text
But I've done filled out.
years ago.
She said you had to fill out your
When they took that, and they call them banjo signs and stuff.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, that was all I was telling you about.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I wouldn't.
There was a man
But they're
out
doing
there
a deal now that
20 years ago. $500.
so grass on the crops bills.
But now they
She said they're giving money for that.
Yeah.
But I,
It's 5:30, so we will call to order the Loudon County Planning Commission. Would you rise with me, please, and pledge allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Ron Bright.
Here?
Jim Brooks.
Here.
Todd Kennedy.
Here.
Keith Buckles.
Here.
Pam McNew. Here. John Napier.
Here.
Leon Shields.
here,
Mike Waller.
Here.
Jimmy Williams.
here.
Do I have an approval of the minutes from the November 4 meeting,
So
November
moved.
14 meeting?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
So be it. Planned agenda items. A,
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we add an agenda item for the Cornish Meadows subdivision off of North Shore. It's a little small 5-lot subdivision that was on the agenda last month. They pulled it and they'd like to get it back on this month. And I'd like to make a motion that we add that as an agenda item.
do I have a second? We've got a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay, that will be added.
Do we want to add this other?
If you'll add a item C for resolution, I'll explain it when we get to that agenda item.
Okay. Do I have a,
Motion on that?
Might as well, yes.
I'll make a motion.
I've got a motion.
Second.
Got a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. They will be added. A, to ratify, confirm, and adopt the zoning map of the town of Greenback, and to ratify, confirm, and adopt the zoning property previously annexed into the town. Jim, you want to address that?
Yeah, this is, coming from the city of Greenback. It's basically, their attorneys went through, she's created a list, which y'all may have, of all these properties from properties that's been annexed years ago. This is clear up some paperwork, so they thought the best way to do that is to take the maps and parcels, ratify it, that is it zoning, and confirm it. We'll send this forward to the city of Greenback with a recommendation. I'd make a recommendation to approve and move forward.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve?
Has there been any public opposition to this or anything, or is there?
Not heard anything from the public in this matter, no, sir. Currently, we have the zoning maps, which we've always stated and used is to correct zoning. And this, best I can tell, is probably a paperwork thing and some records issues. And so this is what their attorney has suggested they do to correct that.
Now, have they changed any zoning? Because I know at one time they were talking about Deborah was talking about changing some zoning.
I don't know if anything was changed. I sent the attorney's office our current zoning maps, and I think they went through individually and pulled out all these parcels and their zonings, and so it's my understanding they're just affirming what we sent them is the zoning for those parcels.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay. Send it on. Jim, you want to explain item B?
Yeah, item B is a plat. We've got a copy of this. This is 5-acre tracts. Have someone with Benchmark and Associates, I believe it is, to represent this. So these are 5-acre tracts coming to North Shore, which is an existing road, but as I understand, there's some sewer line that's going to be added, which has been shown as easements and right-of-ways across that tract. So they wanted to make sure everything was proper because of this sewer being added to those parcels, and they asked for us to come through, review it, and approve it. Everything appears to be in order. Anything I missed on that?
No, sir. As far as I know, the sewer being extended, there was a sewer valve around track 3, and we're just creating an easement on this plat that would extend it all the way over to track 1, so all tracks would have sewer service.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
We have a move and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Okay. Jim, you wanna explain C?
Yes, item C, so it's been recommended, which I think would be good. As you see, the BZA deals a lot with people trying to build houses, but they're trying to occupy a camper in the interim as it's being constructed. So if planning commission would make recommendation, we would create a resolution to send to county commission, that basically someone will be able to come into the codes enforcement office and request to occupy a camper. If they have an active permit for the dwelling, they'd be able to, us to grant them the permission to occupy that camper while they're building their house for a period of 12 months, rather than continuing to send it forward to the BZA. It's only gonna be with an active building permit and for that purpose only. It's not to spend 5 months on the property before you get a building permit, and, you know, if the house isn't completed after 12 months, at that point, they would either have to come to the board and or cease occupying.
Who's gonna monitor that 12 months?
It would fall back on my office.
He's gonna be inspecting the
It's
house
the same way,
anyway.
I mean, the same way it is now, we grant them 12 months, it's still.
And we do, and you know, and just to be honest and upfront with you, it's one of those things that, some of those things, you know, you don't necessarily catch it at the 12-month mark. Sometimes it comes back in on a complaint, or you catch it at 14 or 15, but eventually it will come back around, and we will address it.
You probably ought to address it as a temporary structure, not just a camper. So, cause some people come and they have an old mobile home there that they wanna get rid of once they build their house or something.
Well, and if y'all wanted to allow that, a temporary structure, if y'all felt that it was, you know, we do have people that have mobile homes or trying to obtain a building permit to build a house, you know, I will phrase this however you think is suitable.
We just done that last month, so I think mobile homes is just as active
I
on
think-
request.
I think that's fine, but I think you can use your discretion. If you think there's a problem, you should bring it, but.
Yes, sir.
The monitoring and the enforcement part of it's the best.
Right.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion as stated by.
Building permit, good for
Stand up, please, and,
Yes, sir. Edmund Ledford, Loudon County resident, long time. Sorry I missed last month. I live in Indianapolis. But, building permit's good for 3 years, isn't it?
No, sir. Building permit is technically good for 6 months to begin construction. Then as long as there's active work occurring, then it would stay open until the final is issued.
Yeah, I know I went down this road and I had to come before this committee to get a permit to put a camper on a lot. Bought the camper, never made it to the lot. But I had to do the same thing, so but for some reason, I've got a picture back there in the back of my head that on that building permit, it said for 3 years. Might not.
But we're voting on how long they can live
Yes,
in this
I
temporary
understand
structure.
that, but I was just,
And that's usually what we do is give them 1 year.
yes, sir.
Got a motion.
did we have a motion?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I'll make it as stated by
I'll
him.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
So be it.
Thank you.
City commission action on planning commission recommendations?
They made the recommendation to close that right away at Port Madison with the stipulation that properties are combined, not sold individually.
Codes Department building activity?
Nothing new to add.
Okay. Additional public comments? Update from planning department?
Nothing new to add at this time.
Okay. If I get a motion to adjourn,
So moved.
we will make that. All in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned.
Some's campers.
All 48 of those are
Variances.
Yeah, cause he's got to make the resolution.
That's right.
We'll try to get that on.
She's gonna try to get it out, maybe she hadn't yet, but.
They're on it. guarantee that.
All right, you have a good night.
Should be.
I'll be asking.
Take care now, buddy.
The boys coming.
Brandon is here. Blake's here. I've been at Brandon's this past week.
Yes, sir.
When he's in Pennsylvania, we went to New York City. No, we just chatted.
That's right. The Loudon. Taking a girl to school there in Jane Davis.
Oh, did you see them?
They had a big banner made.
I know we got to see them. I got to see them son.
You want to talk? We'll put you on.
While we go over.
Let's call Loudon County Board of Zoning Appeals to order. With roll call.
Ryan Bright.
Here.
Jim Brooks.
Here.
John Napier.
Here.
Leon Shields.
Here.
Mike Waller.
Here.
Need everybody, if you're gonna speak on any subject tonight during this meeting, then stand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you may give in the causes now pending before this commission be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Thank you. Everybody read the minutes?
I move they be accepted.
Got a
Second.
motion? Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Planned agenda items. Special exception to occupy camper until new home is constructed. Applicant property owner Mark and Catherine Bowden, located 1400 Buttermilk Road, tax map 002, parcel 076.00, A1 Agricultural Forestry District, District 5, approximately 24.51 acres.
Sure, that's me. Good evening, I'm Mark Bowen, my wife Catherine is with me tonight. And so we're currently building our house right now at that location, and we have power, water, and septic that we can hook our camper into while we're building. We currently live at the Lazy Acres RV Park, and we'd like to move our camper to the property while we finish building.
So you got a permit building there?
We do.
How far, or how long do you like on completion?
12 months would be more than enough.
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any opposition here? Any more?
And in that motion, I'd give him 12 months.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. You're good.
Thank you.
Variance request for side yard variance and lot size variance for combined lots. Applicant property owner Robert Malone, located 1100 Wesley Road, tax map 0160, parcel 018.000119.00 and 020.00. R1 Rural Residential District, District 2. Mr. Malone?
Yes.
Go up here and tell us what you got.
Got my father has property, has 4 lots together, and 2 of the lots he's given to me to build a house. And his current house sits on 2 lots, but he has a driveway and a sidewalk that is about 5 feet over onto one of the 2 lots that he's gonna give to me. So, what we've asked for is just to variance to build my, to be able to build on the property. It's gonna be like 18,500 square feet. And it has already been approved for septic. So, it's just moving the lot line like 7.5 feet.
So you're actually gonna move the lot line?
Yes. Yeah. So the one lot, Phil's got his cursor, that lot line will be the new lot line. You can see just this side of that is the existing. But still yet, there's a portion of the house that will, of the existing house that would encroach into the side yard setback, okay? The dash line on this lot here, is the side yard setback. Well, for them to meet the setback, it would further reduce the other two lots. Technically, the one gentleman owns all 4 lots, right? He's just wanting to combine these two and give them away, which is causing it, as it sits right now, to be just under the minimum lot size of 20,000 square feet in combination. I can't see that very well. So what they're requesting is this area right here to be granted the setback variance. It's just a small portion of the house, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then this lot be granted to be the 18,668 square feet. So that we, if they're granted that variance, then they would be able to have their plat approved.
You got a problem?
When you go into zoning, it talks about lots of record, and what that does is it kindly, it nails the people if they own it. If they would have just sold it to his son, he could have combined his lots and had 18,000 square feet. If it'd been in a different name, it wouldn't have been a problem to do that. I probably don't have a problem with that. He has septic approval for the lots.
Your intention is to build a primary residence there or
Yes,
a house?
Yes. My parents intend to sell their existing house, because they're gonna build on another lot. But, the main reason for moving the lot line is just so that they can sell their existing house and not have to remove portions of the sidewalk and driveway that are encroaching.
If they were to, you know, technically, if they were to go ahead and combine this lot with this one and just sell this to someone, it's a platted lot, and that person would be able to try to come in and gain a variance to build on a platted lot if it was in a different owner's name. The fact is, they own all, so technically, they're supposed to combine to be compliant with the current regs.
But the presence of the existing structure kind of limits that.
It does, yeah.
Which could only be questioned by the upcoming owner after the sale from.
Anybody got any opposition?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second, any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Thank you.
Opposed likewise.
Thank
Variance request, extension to live in accessory building apartment while building new home will remove components of second dwelling when certificate of occupancy is received. Applicant property owner, John Gardner, located 1843 Carter's Chapel Road, tax map 014, parcel 038.03, A2 Rural Residential District, District 5, approximately 5 acres.
We didn't get that house built in 6 months, and, we have made progress. We've already had our installation inspection. We got pictures of the, you know, the house is there. Unfortunately, you know,
Did we give you 6 months?
they gave us 6 months and, said come back and we'd give more time if we need it.
How much longer do you think you like, Mr. Carter?
I would say probably 3 or 4 months, you know.
6 months.
6 months will get you.
Huh?
6
6
months
months.
would get you.
We'd get, oh, it'd more than get us there.
I'll make a motion to give him 6 months.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, any
We
discussion?
get the trim guy to show up.
All in favor say
Aye.
opposed likewise, you're good. Special exception to occupy camper until new home is constructed. Applicant property owner Hunter Hicks, located 2473 Sticky Creek Road, tax map 057, parcel 006.01, A2, F1 Rural Residential District, District 4, approximately 3 acres.
Mr. Chairman, in compliance of the other requests that we've given and with the resolution request we've given to Mr. Jenkins, I make a motion we approve this as well.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. Was Mr. Hicks here?
Yes.
Okay, you're good. You didn't even have to go up there. All right. Variance request for extension time to clean up property due to complaints received. Applicant Daniel Roberts, located 10800 Sticky Road, tax map 049, parcel 220.00, C1, F1, General Commercial District, District 1. Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
I just want to see if I can get another extension, maybe 30 more days, get it cleaned up. I've done got rid of most of it, I just need one more time.
How long you been working on it?
Well, probably just a couple months, not even a couple months. I've had a heart attack and stents put in and it slowed me down on getting it cleaned up.
How many extensions he had? I mean, how long did he
Well,
have?
we've been working on this. This started back in 18, and then 20 and 21. So I told that, I said that if he wanted any further time, he needed to come to this board, let this board grant him time. You know, we want to work with him and get it resolved and clean up. We just want him to take care of it and contact us. We'll help him understand. We'll look at whatever needs to be done. But I'll take whatever the board gives for a time frame. I
As
think
Mr.
60 days
Roberts-
will be more than fair.
Has Mr. Roberts continually over since 2018 cleaned up, or has there been long
It's
gaps?
probably cleaned up some and then gotten worse, would be my best assessment.
Over the past 12 months?
It comes and goes.
What is it, junkyard or just,
There's vehicles, there's debris, maybe, I've not been by there. Holly, Arizona Codes Inspector's been by there recently, but, there's vehicles, things of that nature, several different items that would be, in violation.
Complaints from the neighbors?
Yes, sir.
Multiples?
Yes, sir, neighbors and people in the community.
anybody here got any comments on it? What y'all think?
Is your health such that you can work now?
A little bit. The doctor won't be doing nothing, but I can't just do nothing. So I've gotta get it cleaned up. I gotta wear this defibrillator 24 hours a day.
And you think you can have it cleaned up in how long?
The cars is mostly all gone. I mean, it's just some of the other stuff, riding lawnmowers I took in and there's nothing major left. I mean,
Since you've come with a willingness and a recognition of, a willingness to clean and a recognition of that there is an issue, I'll make a motion to grant you 60 days. But we need to see results.
Yeah, don't come back in 60 days.
I've had a bunch of cars, and there's not, maybe 4 cars left. I mean, too many cars. But that's kind of the way I make my living. I buy a junk car and scrap it. Nothing's ever there apparently. I bring one in and then I scrap it a couple days
We
later.
ain't really supposed to be doing that, is it, Jim?
No, I mean, if he wants to buy a junk car to scrap, then he needs to have an accessory building, he can put that junk vehicle in. It allows you to have junk vehicles in enclosed structure, buildings. And he could do that, if that's what he's gonna do, is buy one, get rid of it a few days later, he could permit a building to do that in.
Got a motion?
60 days, I'll second that motion.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. You got 60 days, but don't come back in 60 days. We ain't gonna give you 60 more.
Thank you.
Alright. Anybody else got anything, Jim?
No, sir.
Anybody else got any more comments? Make a motion, or somebody will make a
I'll
motion?
make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
We adjourn.
I bet your mom must be with that time on the track.
She ain't, you can't even walk in her house, for all the stuff she bought. You walk in the front door, there's a dining room on the right, it's a
We got
back.
foundation laid, the septic system in. Just bringing lumber in Tuesday.
We take them tomorrow, they'll see those.
Congratulations.
Thank you, pal.